This motor drives it round and round using that flat chain and a little gear that meshes with that chain. Chain, as you may know, has a pitch to it. That's the space from one link to the next, so he had to make up a gear that meshes with that. There's another motor down in here that's out of an old slot machine, and there's a third motor on this end, a little open pole motor. And each of those upper motors drive various parts of the upper mechanism. Up here we have a track with a steel ball that's actuated by 3 cams. 2 of those will go to the high point, 1 to the low point, and of course the ball will roll downhill. Now coming up here you have a very interesting array of gears when it comes around. It's a round gear driving a square gear and an oval gear. And then here we have a bunch of little cams just moving these rods back and forth, because everything he did here is just for a visual effect. There's really nothing doing much of anything. What he started with, which is quite interesting, it's the central part of this device on down to the base is one component from a Norden bomb sight. He found it in a surplus store and he incorporated it in this, and then he started adding bits and pieces to it. His daughter brought in some albums about 2 years ago, and she told us that what he would do is when he had bad weather, because he was a landscaper, he would go to one of these surplus stores and buy up a box full of gears, come home and disappear out in the garage for a while and find a place that they fit in. So I want to tell you too, we've had one really interesting remark made about this. Had a gentleman stood here one day and he watched it for a while. He said, you know, it's interesting because there's a lot of movement here, there's motion, there's noise, but there's no results. You should call it Congress.